There are a few franchises that have been churning out movies semi-regularly since the early 1960s. Even fewer have brought the kind of box office results that break records. And there's really only one named after a character so suave that grown men immediately feel an overwhelming desire to imitate him when they put on a tuxedo. When it comes to these criteria, no one does it better than
Bond. James Bond.
Sean Connery was the original official James Bond, bringing the character from the pages of intelligence officer turned writer Ian Fleming's novels to the big screen. His first adventure was 1962's Dr. No, which cost $1 million to make and earned nearly $60 million worldwide, a little over $509 million in 2020 money. The role brought Connery fame, fortune, and an eternal association with an iconic character. But the famously brash and borderline reclusive Connery, who passed away at the age of 90 in October 2020, wasn't just a member of the exclusive list of actors who have played Bond. He also has a metaphorical membership to the club of actors who regret the role that made them famous. This is the reason Sean Connery regretted playing James Bond. Connery was lucky to land the role of Bond. According to the late Richard Maibaum, known for his screenplay adaptations of the Bond novels, Fleming thought David Niven would be a great James Bond. Roger Moore was also considered for the part early on. Connery's bad boy vibe ultimately won him the part, but the success of Dr. No quickly turned his big break into an all-encompassing headache. Connery was dismissive of the Bond films while he was still making them. In 1964, when his third Bond outing, Goldfinger, was in production, Connery told an interviewer that Bond was just a dull, prosaic English policeman, when all the exotic touches were removed. He could have been demonstrating unique modesty, but it certainly sounds like he didn't think very highly of Bond. In November 1965, Connery admitted to a reporter that he was already fed up to hear with the whole Bond bit, though Connery said at the time that he shouldn't knock Bond and said in a November 1964 interview with the New York Times that he'd be everlastingly grateful to the character. His attitude changed over the years. By the time he was shooting You Only Live Twice, released in 1967, Connery had fallen out with producer Albert Cubby Broccoli, who'd been instrumental in getting him hired. It didn't help that he was stalked and chased by paparazzi during filming, or that he felt his salary was too low. You Only Live Twice was meant to be Connery's last Bond appearance, but he returned for 1971's Diamonds Are Forever, though not out of love for the character. In a 1971 interview with The Guardian, Connery made it clear that he resented the studio executives for wasting his time. I'd been messed about too much on other Bond pictures. There's so much bullshit that comes from bad decisions being made at the top. Connery struck a deal to be paid $10,000 per week if the film's shoot ran over the scheduled 18 weeks. He added, "Talking to some of these moguls about it is like trying to describe to someone who has never taken exercise what it is like to feel fit when you do exercise. They don't understand." Apparently, Connery only agreed to make the movie, having skipped 1969's On Her Majesty's Secret Service, because he was given a large percentage of profits and the opportunity to produce 2 movies of his choice. And Connery wasn't done with Bond money yet. He returned for the appropriately titled Never Say Never Again, reportedly for around $5 million. Amidst all that, Connery made it clear how he felt about the character that launched his career via The Guardian. "I have always hated that damned James Bond. I'd like to kill him." Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more Looper videos by your favorite stars are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and to the bell so you don't miss a single one.